and welcome. You're watching Medically Speaking on NewsX, and I am Meenakshi Ukreti. With me, a very special guest, someone who needs no introduction. I'm being joined by Dr. N.K. Arora. He's the Entagi Chief. Thank you, sir, for joining us on NewsX. My very first question to you, sir. Today, a big decision has been announced by the government. This is regarding the booster shots. Help us understand, who will these precautionary shots be available for? When are they going to be available in India? Could you elaborate on the same a little more, sir?
So I will take you back 3 months ago when on 3rd January, India decided to start precaution dose for 60 plus individuals with comorbidities and the pediatric immunization 15 to 18 years. And here I would like to specifically mention that Entagi had suggested giving an additional dose to all those who have comorbidities. And the basic purpose is whenever there are comorbidities like immunosuppression or immunocompromised states, the initial primary dose may not be completely effective and they need an additional dose. And that was the thinking behind those above 60 with comorbid, so that they are better protected. But very soon we realized in about 4 weeks that creates confusion. Not everybody is very clear what is this comorbidity, and then it was opened up for all those above 60 years.
Yeah.
And now the decision has been made that all those above 18 can go ahead and get the booster dose or precaution dose. And the primary objective again is those with comorbidities. See, there are a lot of young people as well as middle-aged individuals who have chronic diseases, who are on various kinds of immunosuppression and immunocompromising drugs. They are cancer patients, transplant patients, diabetes, hypertension. And as the age advances, the proportion of these individuals keep on increasing. So as a broad principle, the additional dose or precaution dose has been opened up from tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, Sunday onwards, 10th of April. And people will be able to get this precaution dose after 9 months or 270 days after last dose. And all these vaccines, both Covaxin and Covishield, will be available in private sector. We know that they are already available, and people can go, whomsoever feel that they should get it, they can go and get the vaccine. And they will get a certificate on COVID also based on this additional dose.
Sir, a few follow-up questions. The first one is, this time around, a mix and match of vaccines allowed? Someone who got Covaxin, can they get Covishield and vice versa?
We just need to wait. See, at the moment, we have a very good kind of a menu of vaccines available for Indians. We have Covishield, we have Covaxin, Corbevax, Covavax. Then we have DNA vaccine is available. Very soon, we are going to have 2 more vaccines, intranasal and mRNA vaccine. The studies are going on. The key concern whenever you want to give heterologous vaccine about is reactogenicity. Yeah. So I think those data will be available within next 4 to 6 weeks, and then they will be available and people can get heterologous. But for the time being, the permission is for primarily the same vaccine which you have taken 9 months ago. And our experience of last 3 months have shown that people, those who have received a precaution dose, there is minimal reactogenicity. There is no kind of additional adverse events seen in these individuals. So we are very comfortable based on the safety data we have received during last months.
It's very heartening, sir, to hear. Many of us, of course, have been waiting for these booster or precautionary shots. You said as of now, only homologous shots available. 9 months after getting the last shot, one can get this booster shot. What will be the cost of the shots, and where all will they be available? Will they be available as of now at all private hospitals?
Yes. So all private facilities, those who decide to administer, because in the initial phase, if you remember, private sector was allocated up to 25% of all the doses, although they did not utilize and pick up those doses. But facilities are available across the country in private sector, be it big hospitals or small nursing homes or even outpatient OPD, general practitioners, all can give. They have to procure the vaccine directly from the manufacturers and they can go ahead and give the vaccine. So there are no issues of that kind. And as far as the second question you asked about the cost of these vaccines, the cost remains the same, which the government fixed up both for Covishield and Covaxin respectively.
And so, since there's a lot of curiosity amongst people regarding these precautionary doses, one more question before we speak about the new variant of COVID, which has got everyone worried as well, sir. Is this only a one-time precautionary dose which has to be taken after 9 months, or can one repeat it, perhaps when another, say a year or 9 months more pass on? Is it something which needs to be repeated, or is it a one-time event? Is there any clarity on that front?
See, we do not know the future. The reason is this virus, how it will shape itself. It's on constant changing shape. So one cannot talk about future. And at the moment also, the way Indian epidemiology suggests that we have a hybrid immunity. And that's why third wave was, nobody even noticed it. It was such a mild, although on a single day in January, we had 4 lakh plus cases. Even then, we did not have any pressure on our health system and we were able to manage it. And today, around 1,000 cases are coming every day. So we have managed it very well. And so-called stealth variant, BA2, in fact, is almost 75-80% at the moment in the community. So that also, I think the Indian, we have as a community, we have been able to handle it because of both the reasons. First, vaccine, and the second is high level of natural infection, the hybrid immunity.
Right.
So, having said that, the current precaution dose is for precaution, that and particularly keeping those with high risk morbidities. And across the globe, whatever experience has come, people have taken 2 doses, and even then they have suffered. So we do not see any rationale at the moment to talk about anything else except requesting people that people should go and take the precaution dose as and when they become eligible.
And so, since I mentioned the new variant also, there have been a lot of to and fro. First of all, has the XE variant reached India or not? If it has, then is there anything to worry about, any concern which we should have as of now? What would you say about that, sir?
So I have just come out of INSACOG meeting and we had a detailed discussion.
All right.
So the so-called XE variant has been further analyzed. Very interesting. When Omicron seems to be a virus where variants keep on mating with each other. And this is called in technical language a recombination.
Okay.
And there is from XE, XG, H, I, J, K, L, M, and all those kind of varieties are there. And when they combined with Delta XT variant is coming. So the second is to analyze this and take an inference is not an easy task. And this requires 2 or 3 levels of further testing. And that has been done. So what I will say, we need not be worried at all. We are in coming days, all kinds of this recombination will keep on happening between BA1, BA2, BA3. And whatever information we have, anything has not started growing out of concern. So we are really not worried about it. And hopefully, and the specific question you asked, XC variant was not there. It was a recombinant of another variety, again, of little public health consequence and little clinical consequence. The main concern of all of us should be in case there is a variant which is causing more infection. If it is causing more serious infection, if it is bring in possibility of hospitalization, then we should be worried. And I will assure all the audience and viewers that the genomic surveillance is very meticulously looking at all the variants which we are identifying these days, including the sewage surveillance which is going on. And in case anything of that kind happens, it will be immediately shared, and we are ready with all the action which need to be taken. So we are working proactively and preemptively rather than be reactive on this whole issue.
Fair enough, sir. And of course, be it booster doses or be it genomic sequencing or handling the entire COVID situation, the way it has been handled in India has been commended by the world. But one more question, sir. You say there's nothing to worry about, but would you say that when, we have a milder version of Omicron, no worry of the XE variant, we're also giving up guard? How do you react to so many governments now coming up with a new rule that masks are no more necessary? Precaution, of course, has been thrown to air. What would you say about that?
So my response to that question is that COVID is very much here. Its behavior is unpredictable, how it will behave. So next 3-4 months are particularly critical. And besides immunization, corona appropriate behavior is absolutely necessary. We have behaved as a country, as a community, very responsibly in terms of our masking, in terms of social gatherings, in terms of hygiene. And I think we should continue with this. And I must tell you that like marriages, birthday parties, funerals, and all those kind of social congregations have really had gone down. And now people are thinking of getting back into natural life, routine life. So we are on that path. But at the moment, immediately lowering our guard is not something which is desirable, because I firmly believe the lowering of guard is a kind of a roadmap. Savdhani hati ya durghatna ghati. So I would feel that we should be vigilant.
Caution and vigilance is really the answer, sir. We know, of course, that, we have doses for the younger ones, 12 onwards and above, who are getting now doses against COVID. Any plan to inoculate, toddler up to 12, because it started happening in some other countries? Or would you say as of now it's not required? Because there's a debate raging on that as well, sir.
So we are looking at scientific evidence, our own evidence. Local evidence is very important. And I'm sure we'll come back and talk about that sometime. But immediately our target is all children about 12 should get 2 doses, which they immediately require. And above 18, precaution doses there. It's quite a sizable task, as you can understand, that we need to administer about 110 crore doses now in terms of either precaution dose or 2 doses for our children. And there is plenty of task ahead for us, for all of us as individuals, as families and communities.
Right. And sir, since you spoke, before I let you go, question or two more, since you spoke of a basket of Indian vaccines as well, will they not be available? It's very clear, since of course we have homologous precautionary doses are not going to be available as of now. But what's the roadmap ahead? Because there were many reports which had come in earlier, which spoke of how, the nasal vaccine against COVID, if given above the doses which are already available, could be way more efficacious. What is really the blueprint, the roadmap on that front, sir?
So I mentioned before also, studies are going on for using all these vaccines which are in our basket for heterologous booster studies. And as soon as these are available, based on those findings, additional decisions will be taken or modified based on those evidence.
All right. Thank you for now for joining us, sir, with all this information. Booster shots for 18 plus going to be available from day after, of course, the message coming. Precaution at the same time, get your booster doses at the earliest.
Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.